If you think crazy things happen to you on the dance floor, well, you are not alone. Hello, my beautiful subscribers. Rasa the dancer is here. And in this video, I will be a normal human being. What does that mean? I have a lot of students that I know for a fact put the teachers or really good high-level dancers on a very high pedestal. They look at them in admiration, how they dance or how they teach, how they move, and they just cannot comprehend that we go through the same things as you, or we have been through the same things as you. So in this video, in order to show you how the same crazy things happen to all of us, no matter how good of a dancer we are or not, I will share a couple of different things that happened to me on the dance floor. Now, believe it or not, that's up to you, but all I say is true. This first story, all of my friends already know. Some of my friends have already seen me in the process of it happening. And some of my students heard the story as well, but a lot of you haven't, so I will say it anyway. I encourage as a teacher for people to experiment on the dance floor, to find their own style, to feel the music, and so on and so forth. So, of course, I live by what I teach, right? So I was in a congress and this guy asked me to dance, and he was like one of those super duper dances that is very cool and, you know, smiles very little and basically try to do all kinds of crazy moves just to show off. And we are dancing by the edge of the dance floor, and all of my friends, all of my students, everything, they just surround the dance floor. So there's loads of people just by our side, and he's just giving the most when we're dancing. And suddenly he breaks away into a shine section, you know, when he does his own thing and I'm supposed to do my own thing. And when he broke away from me and he started doing his shines, he's not even looking at me, right? So I'm thinking, I'll show you what I got, okay? So I was like feeling myself and I was like doing the most, and I decided to do the special kick. And I kicked my leg up, and when I kicked the leg up, I kicked a bit too much, and the leg that was on the floor, I lost balance. And I kicked with so much force, apparently, that when I landed on my ass, I actually glided through the dance floor a little while. And all I can see while I'm gliding backwards like this and I'm looking, you know, into my partner, I'm just looking at that guy looking like this, standing in one place, thinking, what just happened? You know, because he wasn't even looking at me doing shines. I felt in that moment huge embarrassment. But I got up, came back to the dance partner and continued to dance like nothing happened. The terror, and the horror, I cannot explain to you. So unless you have fallen down on the bum and slided down the dance floor while you're trying to show off in front of a very cool dancer, I say you shouldn't be embarrassed at all. Whatever happened to you means nothing. Okay, this next story, I feel even more embarrassed than the first story, if that could even be possible. So I invited to dance a woman and I was leading. So I was doing the man's part, whatever. I was leading the lady, and I think it was salsa. I'm so ashamed. I can't even remember whether it was salsa and bachata, but I think it was salsa because it was cross-body lead. Yes, it was salsa. Okay, now I'm recalling. I actually see it in front of my eyes. And you know, I'm doing cool cross-body stance, whatever. And then I don't know what happened. I really don't. But I was somehow turning and I was doing like double turn, something, flick hand, whatever, you know. And then I am, you know, reaching for the hand. and I pick up the hand behind me, and I'm taking into my follower into another crossbody lead, and then I'm taking into another crossbody lead, and I realize that I'm actually holding a boob. I don't know for how long I was holding that boob. All I remember is that I grabbed what I thought was a hand because I was not looking. And I know that I was leading. And I remember just at some point looking at my hand, then the boob, and then I looked up at the woman's face, and she's standing there in complete shock. And so should be. Of course, I was mortified, very apologetic, all kinds of things, moved my hand away. But I swear, the worst was not because I touched her boob, not because I held her boob, but because I actually managed to pull her on her boob into crossbody lead, like a lead forward. There is no excuse and no explanation. I just wasn't looking. I was thinking about something else that I'm going to do later, and I just realized it too late. When I think about the follower who has experienced this, you would think that as soon as, I hold on to her boob, she would whether use her hand to take my hand away or like something. But I guess she was in such a shock that she's being led by the boob. She was just following. She did a great crossbody lead. And I think she was just like in disbelief of what's going on. Of course, I apologize. I was mortified and all of the rest. So what is the lesson of all of this? First, nobody should do it. Of course, it's horrible. Secondly, things like that sometimes happen. And I really appreciated the lady that was so forgiving and understanding. There is a definite mistake. It's not that I by any means wanted to do it. And so I appreciate the followers if they are a little bit more forgiving when mishaps happen. And it happens for the leaders as well when we sometimes accidentally brush through or something, but very not intentionally. So it's nice if you're forgiven. But what I did is beyond. So yeah, that was horrific. And final thing that I'm going to share with you that happened to me many times is going to be like a mashup, a few little things. And basically it's the pain that we endure through dancing. So besides the shows, I'm going to take the shows out of the equation, just social dancing, because I'm trying to relate to you and think about the things that might happen to you and just be honest of what happened to me. So there was a time when one guy was spinning me, stepped on my foot and elbowed me in the face while he was spinning me, but then stopped me while he was standing on my foot, and his elbow went into my face and like right into my nose. That was tragic. There was a time when somebody, again, stood on my feet and my toes, and my big toe came off. And my big toe came off through the social dancing because somebody stood on it 3 times, I think, 3 or 4 times. Literally lost the whole nail of my toe. And then there was also a time where I managed to step on my own foot with my own stiletto. And it didn't go all the way through, but I still have the mark. I don't know whether you can see it on camera, but I still have the mark because it went in, and I did it myself. I didn't need anybody else to stand on me. So those kind of things, again, it happens. So if you think that this only happens to you, or when it happens, you feel mortified, it's good. Feeling bad about these things is good because you will be more aware and try not to do it again. And it's good to be mindful. But at the same time, be forgiving and understand that it happens. It's a contact sport, our dance. We try to avoid it. That's why the technique is so important. But now and then, even to the best of us, happens as well. And sometimes we inflict that pain even to ourselves. So there you go. That's my number 3. Thank you for watching, guys. I hope this video made you smile and made you understand that no matter what happens and no matter how great the dancer is, we're all the same and we all go through different kinds of things. And what I would like to ask you, if you feel comfortable and you have a fun, maybe tragic, but maybe funny now story to share, leave a comment, share a story so we could all read and actually feel like, okay, we are not on our own. A lot of people go through a lot of crazy things on the dance floor. Now, of course, guys, if I could ask you to subscribe to my channel, that would be great. And I will leave you with other fun videos, just with the same light-hearted situations, and you can watch them here. Thank you so much, and I'll see you soon. Mwah.